right, we are recording. Hey, Jason, how are you doing?
Good. You?
Good. We are here. We at the end of our first cohort of the Emerging Youth Leadership Academy, which we had a blast. We had an amazing time. They learned, I learned, and we all did this together. But I have a special guest, and I want to introduce you to him. His name is Jason Crutchfield, an amazing, amazing, amazing young man that I was so blessed to have in this course. That he was such a huge help to me and to the other students that were in there as well. You know, we always learn from each other. So I brought Jason on because I want him to kind of talk about his experience through the Emerging Youth Leadership Academy. And so, Jason, are you ready for me to ask you these questions?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jason, we're going to be on this talk about the first question I want to ask you is, okay, during this, over the course of this 8-week course, how helpful was this course to you, and what kind of stood out for you? What did you learn?
I learned how helpful it is to your leadership skills. I learned how extremely helpful it is to your leadership skills. How much meeting new people can do for you, especially in a course like this, because not everybody will be comfortable just getting on with people and just trying to do what we're doing. And Miss Imogene was a great help. And the things that she taught us was, first, leadership. Two was the doing everything intentional, being intentional, being very like meaning what you're doing, not trying to second guess yourself, or trying to do anything that you're not comfortable with. Doing everything on purpose and doing it with a purpose. So
right.
I feel like that's.
So Jason, you're talking about being intentional. Tell us, because I know we kind of talked about that a lot throughout the course, because it's so important. Tell me how has that been helpful for you, and what does that mean for you? What did you kind of get from that? How has that been helpful?
Being intentional?
Yes.
It's really helped me a lot. It's helped me, especially over this 8-week course, growing, because in the beginning of the 8-week course, probably not everybody would be more comfortable, like doing the homework, for example. Like maybe people aren't going to be intentional doing that, but when you go over time and like you learn and stuff like that, it starts to get easier. And like with the goals that we set for ourselves, being intentional is like pushing forward to those goals and going through with the goals. Like my goal, I want to be a school psychologist, so me doing whatever it takes possible to get to that. Even with all the obstacles and even though how difficult it is, like I'm still gonna try to be intentional to move forward towards that, no matter what the paths or the obstacles are in my way.
Yes, I love that. I love that, Jason. That is so awesome. And you know, as you were talking about that, because to move intentional, we also did our personal development plan, and we spent quite a few time. We spent quite a bit of time on that. We got your parents involved. You know, we got involved a couple of times because we wanted to make sure we understood what this personal development plan. Could you talk to them about your personal development plan, what it meant to you, and how helpful has it been for you, and how helpful will it be for you in the future? Would you find it be beneficial for you in the future as you move on in life, like going into college?
The personal development plan, you're able to write all your goals down and write down your struggles, what can help you with it, what can help you achieve your goals, what can make you mess your whole goals up, and you get to actually you're being honest with yourself, knowing what's getting in your way, and you're being honest with yourself, knowing what's helping you and who's helping you, and and the time that you have to achieve it and stuff like that. So me doing it and knowing all of the bumps that are in my way, and knowing all of the people who are helping me, actually writing it down and knowing with myself, being honest with myself, is very helpful. And I feel like it could be helpful with anybody who does it. I don't think anyone who makes a personal development plan, I don't think that they'll really have issues with achieving their goals after making it, because it's just that I feel like it's just that helpful, because it really helped me. It really helped me be honest with myself and what I wanted to do and what I know that is getting in my way. So that's what I feel like the personal development really helps you with, knowing what's wrong and knowing what's right. Like knowing what's wrong with what you're trying to do, and knowing what's helping you, what's going right with you. So.
Right. And in that personal development plan, I know I had you guys like set those little mini goals. Like, what is those little steps to the big goal that you have to get? So I'm so glad to hear that, Jason, because you guys did such an amazing job with that. That's what was so important for us to kind of stick with that for a little while, and really to get your parents involved, because it's important that your parents, your guardian, your aunt, whoever may be, it's important that your support system know what path you're on, so that they can be there, because most of everyone wrote on there, their parent, their school counselor, their coach or whatever, there was going to be some type of support system. So thank you for that. And so for my last question for you, Jason, is, would you recommend this course to others? Even though right now we're going to be offering the course as the Leadership 1, what you just went through, and that's kind of getting everybody familiar and get familiar with the terms and starting to kind of those first layers. But then we're going to be offering the Leadership 2, which we're going to do with a deeper dive in what it is, what we're going to be doing, and take a more concentrated look at where we're going and how we're going to get there. So, but Jason, from what the course you just went through, would you recommend this course, and why?
I would recommend it. Yes, I would recommend the course. Why I would recommend the course? Because one, you're a great teacher. Second, I would say that it just if you want to get into to boost your leadership skills, it's a great thing to do. If you want to get into to meet new people and get your mind flowing, and to get like new perspectives on building and building your character and building yourself, then I would recommend it also. If you wanna be able to just learn new ways to do stuff, and learn how to operate better in a system, and operate better with people, then I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it to anyone.
Right. Oh, thank you, Jason. That just makes my heart does so well. And I have to say at the same time, during our session, you always ask for feedback. And one of our last lessons, we talked about feedback, because I asked all the students, will they give me feedback on what's going to make this course better, and understanding that through life, you have to receive feedback. It doesn't mean that you're not doing well. It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It just means that you're going to get better. And that's what it is. So Jason gave me actually some really good examples and things that I'm actually already incorporated into the next cohort. So thank you, Jason. And so, this has been just a fantastic time that we've had together. So I hope that if you have a son or daughter that is a teenager, that is looking at you, really want them to learn more about where they're going and how to dream and how to get there, and to be a self-leader. Because during this time, Jason, would you say during this time that everything is virtual, right? And we don't, there is you guys going to be going to school. There is no teacher sitting in front of you. And I know this is kind of maybe a surprise to me asking you, but how do you think self-leadership and leadership skills will help you or just say your classmates that's went through this course, or someone who's learned about being a self-leader, is going to help you in this environment that's coming up, where you kind of have to be really motivated.
Yeah, that right there, being motivated. Like if someone was to see you motivated doing this and see you doing the work and see you actually pushing to do all the work and through all of the issues that's going on right now, then that would probably motivate them to do it. Because especially if you have like friends who are like not really not wanting to do any of this, or not wanting to get up at a certain time when you're at home and you're in a comfortable space and having to do work and stuff like that. But if you was to see someone that you talk to every day and that's your actual friend of yours, then it will motivate you to do it, or at least get you thinking about doing it to start the process of making you want to do it. So
Yeah.
I would say through this time, just be motivated. That would be the main thing. It would help. It's just stay motivated, and
Right.
just learn how to. Go ahead.
It seemed like, through what I'm hearing you saying, because you're saying that the other students will see you motivated because you already have these skill sets to be focused. You're saying that, and that's what leadership is. I'm so glad you brought that up, because leadership is nothing but influence. That's all leadership is. It's about you having influence on those around you. First, you have the influence on yourself, then you have the influence on those around you. So you're right, Jason, 100%, because there's someone who's always watching you. So when you go to your class and you show up and you participating, they can be like, wow, all right, let me do it too. So yeah, so Jason, again, I appreciate you just so much, and I'm so glad to have you part of the class. You were just such a huge asset to the class, and man, and Jason, matter of fact, Jason has agreed to be an ambassador for the next cohort, for the cohort leadership 1. So I'm very excited about that. So thank you, Jason. And all right, so until next time, if you haven't registered your son or daughter, I say please jump on. I will include a link that you can get more information, because classes will be starting again very soon. All right, take care. Bye, Jason. Thank you.